Hello, today I am making shea butter soap. This is a popular recipe that everyone loves. We're going to start by measuring out my distilled water. I use distilled water so that the minerals, oops, got a little too much, don't react in the soap. So I use distilled water. All right, then we're going to measure in our lye. You want to stir your lye as you're pouring it into your water. Now, if you want to measure out your lye separately, go right ahead, that's fine. Pour your lye in slowly and stir. And stand back because the fumes are very strong. You can do this outside if you would prefer. You want to keep stirring so that the lye doesn't clump on the bottom of your bowl. Make sure it's all dissolved really well. You can feel the clumps with your spoon on the bottom. Next, we're going to measure out our oils. So for this one, I'm using grapeseed, coconut, shea, and olive oil. Now, shea butter comes in all different kinds of colors. So don't freak out if your shea butter is a very dark yellow. That's perfectly okay. It's very moisturizing for the skin and the hair. Then we have our olive oil. Wow, how did I manage? Exactly perfect. Wow. Coconut oil is extremely hard, so in the summer I set it outside in the sun to get softened, and in the winter I set it on my heat vent to let it get softened. Or if you want, you can get a bath of warm, hot, very hot water. Probably not boiling, it would melt the plastic container, but you could get really hot water and set your coconut oil in there and let it soften also. I'm using the heat transfer method today, which is where I do not heat up my oils. I just pour my lye in with my oils and let the lye water that's very hot melt all my oils. So I'm just going to slowly let this melt my coconut oil that's on the top there. Can you see it melting as it's pouring? That's great. Rinse out your lye bucket right away. That way your family members don't accidentally touch the lye. All right, now I am going to zap this to get it all broken up. Wow, it's cooled down pretty quick. Okay, it's 105 degrees. 76 degrees is what you need to melt coconut oil. So I'm still within the range of melting my coconut oil, so that's really good. I'm just using my stick blender to move the process along quicker. All right, looks like all my clumps are melted. I'm going to go ahead and stick blend until we bring it to a trace. All right, now we have a nice thick trace. Oh, look how thick that is. So trace is where you leave lines when you lift up your stick blender and your lines are there. Wow, that's looking great. All right. Do not put your finger in here to clean it out until it's unplugged. Don't need any oxidants. All right, that's it. We're not adding any fragrance or anything to this one. We're just going to leave it plain. So we have an all-natural shea butter soap. I'm going to pour it into my silicone molds. I prefer silicone. Now, if you're not sure how much soap your silicone molds hold, set them on a scale and fill them with water And that's how much total soap volume you want. That's not the amount of oils you want, that's the amount of total soap volume. So when you use your soap calculator, then you know how much to put in there. It's that easy. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Now I'm going to spray the top with rubbing alcohol, and that will help stop soda ash to be quite so prevalent. I'm going to cover this with a towel and let it sit for 24 hours, and then we're going to unmold it and cut it. So this here is the soda ash. That's what we sprayed the rubbing alcohol to try to prevent. Sometimes it just happens. Now, sometimes it'll just rub right off, and then other times it won't. It's nothing harmful at all, but looks like this one's not going to rub off very easy. So I could just plane that if I want, but I think I'll probably just leave it.